And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
The Nets with the lead. To the inside. Young outside. Second shot opportunity, and Johnson with the block. Nobody near Williams. Williams with another miss. Nets have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Johnson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
And he used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Lopez, he's checked in for Garnett. Allen Anderson comes in for Joe Johnson. And Darius Morris subs in for Jarrett Jack. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. We've got a moment now to see the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top shooters in the league. In the third spot, Mason Plumlee.
You know what? This guy, Kevin, has a reliable shot. He's patient and poised on offense, and he's maintained a high percentage all season. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's scoring, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Here's Hummel. Williams for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field. Let's take a look at the stat sheet for Mo Williams. His last 10 games, 18th in assists. And, you know, when he gets to the free throw line, he makes the most of it. He's ranked in the top 20 in free throw percentage.
And, Steve, you mentioned his assist. I mean, they've been coming regularly, fast and furious. And what you like about him is his court vision. It's superb.
Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn.
Brook Lopez, an elite scoring big man. Tremendous size and shooting touch. He might be the best low-post scorer in the NBA.
And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out. Now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Take a look at the Warriors. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And checking out Minnesota. They have a lot of ground to make up.
You know, right now for the Timberwolves, you know, they've got to take a step back and just try to pinpoint where things went south for them this season. They're in a tough spot.
But it's so hard to figure that out in the midst of the season, Clark. You got games coming night after night. There's just no time to figure it out. You just have to try to right the ship and get things moving.
And for Brook Lopez, always gifted offensively. That's a given. Where he's improved, I think, in his defense and rebound. It takes a lot of effort to move that big body around, but he's made that commitment to really get after it, and it shows.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession. You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations.
And Lopez, over 7 foot tall, 275 pounds, guys. Not especially athletic. And that can leave him, Steve, sometimes vulnerable, defending away from the rim.
Yeah, that's why a lot of teams try to put him in pick and roll on the perimeter, just to test his agility and try to get by him to get into the paint.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this quarter.
Now, that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Lopez with the steal. Jefferson kicks to Morris. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And the Nets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Bean passes to Pekovic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Both free throws good from Pekovic.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Morris inside. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Here's Jordan. Here's Morris, and it's thrown down hard with both hands. Nice hops and determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got to pass to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard.
And that does it for the third. Coming up. Timberwolves trail by 5. So for Brooklyn now. Garnett out there with Plumlee. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Bogdanovich in at the shooting guard position. Poked loose and stolen by Williams. Here's Wiggins. The rebound by Johnson.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And Jack kicks to Bogdanovich. And Jack, here we go. Garnett trying to break loose. Johnson's shot is off. And stolen by Jang. Here's Wiggins. And it's in off the backboard. Wiggins has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Minnesota. Nets leading by 3. That's tipped. Young with the steal. It's deflected. It's stolen by Johnson. And stolen by Jang. Here's Young. Brooklyn with the rebound. Bogdanovich has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Johnson attacking. And the shot is good. And the Nets lead by 5.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's Pekovic, and he uses the glass on the way.
Huge play on the offensive glass to come away with the second chance point. Tell you what, he's getting more and more physical as this game wears on.
Minnesota making a switch here. Hummel's checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Johnson hits them both.
Minnesota needs to do a better job guarding against Johnson.
He has 12 points and 3 denials. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and first guy back defensively as well.
Plumlee, no luck. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Hummel. Now Young inside. Here's Dang, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And it's Johnson penetrating. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Nets.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Nobody near Williams. Another miss by Minnesota.
He's been ice cold throughout the second half, really struggling to get a basket.
Rejected by Young. Wiggins kicks to Williams. From outside, off the mark.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.
And Garnett misses. Timberwolves trail by 7. Feeds it to Wiggins. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Now here's Johnson. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves call timing.
You know, all coaches hate defensively when you give up easy points in the paint. That's inexcusable. So that's the reason for this timeout here.
I think it came down to the fact they were getting beat inside, and that's why the coach called timeout. They were not winning the battle inside.
Brooklyn leading by 4 to the middle. Here's Wiggins. Here's Dang. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And he bangs it home with one hand. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 12 rebounds.
I tell you what, it never gets old watching him work, does it, fellas?
No, Clark, that's a good way to put it. He will work. Great example of that on the offensive glass right there.
Yeah, just blue-collar stuff. And then he put a little flair in the dunk.
Now here's Johnson. Not a lot of room. It's blocked. Wiggins dishes to Hummel. It's the first that narrows the gap to 1. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Lopez, he's checked in for Plumlee. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Johnson can't get it to go. Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Yeah, he'll make the walk of shame back to the bench. He gets to watch the rest from the sideline.
Chase Budinger, he's checked in for Minnesota. And a change for the Timberwolves. Levine's checked in. And Jack kicks to Johnson. Baseline try. And Johnson missing again.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar. All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
What a game for Garnett. He has 8 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Here's Hummel. Yes!
Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Jack kicks to Johnson. Bogdanovich passes to Jack. Here's Lopez. Goes up again. Garnett. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from where I am.
It's the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And both free throws good from Garnett.
So clutch, guys. Those free throws turn this into a 1-possession ball game now.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
And he does get the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're losing by 3. 17 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you.